Lot of love came your way. What are the reactions been like?
It's overwhelming. And like yesterday I got one from someone saying that if there was a Vartika in every city, it
so
would be a
true.
safer place.
What is the biggest advantage of a franchise like this for an actor like you?
Well, one is, Rohit, I'm sure we've discussed this earlier, that DC by itself happening to me was the, turning point of my career.
Wow.
I would have never imagined if some years ago somebody had said that, me, who's not conventionally good looking, who's not in her 20s, young to say so, is going to headline a show, I would have been like, no chance.
What is that set like where you are their boss, there's Rajesh, there's Rasika. What is that scene set like, shoot like? We would love to come someday, but they don't allow us.
Oh, they don't allow us, is it? It's great fun.
Okay.
It's great fun. It's an amazing bunch of actors. And all of them are very giving actors, which is the thing you require, when you're working. And particularly in something like this, they're a team, but they're just such amazing actors.
When a director changes, were you taken aback because Rishi Mehta clearly owned this space? Totally his, the way he did the first season. Then came another director suddenly. Were you taken aback? What just happened?
I was very shaken because it was Rishi's baby. And, I think he had started some kind of research on 2 as well.
Yes.
And when I got to know he's not doing it, I was heartbroken. And then I met Tanuj. And as I started getting to know him, I told him one thing. I said, either you're very stupid or very brave.
So many good and important roles that you've done. Even the Dil Dhadakne Do one was good. There's Kasturba Gandhi where you played. That was a really solid one because that was about Gandhi and Kasturba Gandhi. Then there was Satya. You are, again, it's a very important role. So it's कभी ऐसा नहीं था?
सत्या तो was मतलब
going with the flow,
कर रहे हो गया रिलीज हो गया अच्छा लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है very good it was like that. Later on I realized, oh my god, what is this thing that I was a part of? It's a cult. I was very young when I did Satya. I was like around 20. I did not have even Monsoon Wedding. I knew it was something very special, but I did not know that this is going to be one of those cult films which are going to be forever.
But when you take a film like Dil Dhadakne Do, which has Ranveer and all this, but that scene of yours is talked about.
I've said this in my interviews earlier, that moment belonged to the director. And I remember when after the, I think, trial or something, and I remember Javed Saab and Bima and Zoya telling me that, it was the weakest written role on paper.
Wow, they said like that?
Yeah. I said, really? I didn't feel so. I thought it was the best role after Pluto, the dog. But I wasn't good enough to play Pluto. Right. So they did not let me play it. Hi, I'm Shefali Shah and you're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.
Shefali, welcome to Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Good to see you and good to always do an interview after a successful something that has come out and is doing well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. Lot of love came your way. What are the reactions been like?
It's overwhelming. And yesterday I got one from someone saying that if there was a Vartika in every city, it would be a safer place. And then there was one very, very nice one. She said, I have done my IPS and I am in the force. But what happens on a daily basis makes you very jaded and kind of makes you want to give up or give up hope. And she said, when I saw DC and I see Vartika, I realize what is the reason why I'm in the force again.
Amazing. Imagine, good to be the inspiration for someone who's really doing
exactly. So I messaged back, I said, thank you. You have no clue how much you all do for us and we sleep safe and, because you guys are there protecting us. But it's just been amazing, overwhelming, and I was very, very scared, but touch wood, it landed well.
It landed well. I know we spoke earlier also, but that was like a group interview. Good to know from you, what is the biggest advantage of a franchise like this for an actor like you?
Well, one is, Rohit, I'm sure we've discussed this earlier, that DC by itself happening to me was the, turning point of my career.
Wow. Okay.
I would have never imagined if some years ago somebody had said that, me, who's not conventionally good looking, who's not in her 20s, young to say so, is going to headline a show, I would have been like, no chance, not happening. And that possibility probably would be there, at least, if that possibility was there, it would have been for heroines.
Right.
Definitely not actors who've been already sidelined.
Okay.
So that itself was a huge thing. Then when we did DC2, obviously DC2 was announced because DC1 received so much love and it garnered so much respect.
True.
The second one went through and Vartika only became bigger. And then I remember when they announced the teaser of DC, the slate launch when they did,
right.
It was like, when is it coming? When is it coming? And it's great to go back into the world, which feels like home. And at the same time, it is challenging because, yes, I know her core, but she can't be predictable.
Yeah.
That can get very boring. Not predictable over seasons and not even predictable in a season, over 6 episodes. You can't guess what she's going to do or how she's going to behave.
Right.
And of course, making sure that her core doesn't waver at all. But it's just, all in all, it's just incredible coming back to something that people love so much. And I believe in, and I'm so proud of.
Yeah. What is that set like where you are their boss, there's Rajesh, there's Rasika. What is that scene set like, shoot like? We would love to come someday, but they don't allow us.
Oh, they don't allow us, is it? It's great fun.
Okay.
It's great fun. It's an amazing bunch of actors. And all of them are very giving actors, which is the thing you require, when you're working. And particularly in something like this, they're a team. They're a team they've been together for years now. But they're just such amazing, amazing actors.
Right.
And strangely, I remember when we did season 1, the entire team met a night before the shoot.
Wow.
So I had never met Rajesh, Rasika, and I don't think I've met her also. None of them. I'd not met any one of them on a one-on-one. So we met for a full cast reading evening before, and the next morning we were diving right into shoot. And it was like Bhupinder and Vartika had been together forever.
Yeah.
It was just like that.
Right.
And also they're such amazing people. It just makes it so much simpler.
Right.
And like I said, I love all those actors. I respect them tremendously. And together as a team, it's like, and it's an entire team which is thinking of the show. So when we're doing a scene, or when I'm reading and I'm reading something and I'm like, but 1 minute, why is Vartika saying this? This is not her. This should be coming from Niti, or this should be coming from Subhash. This is his strength.
Right.
Stuff like that. But it's amazing. It's great fun.
When a director changes, were you taken aback? Because Rishi Mehta clearly owned this space, totally his, the way he did the first season. Then came another director suddenly. Were you taken aback? What just happened?
I was very, very shaken because it was Rishi's baby.
Yeah.
And, I think he had started some kind of research on 2 as well.
Yes.
And when I got to know he's not doing it, I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And then I met Tanuj, and as I started getting to know him, I told him one thing. I said, either you're very stupid or very brave. Because who, and I have to give it to the man.
Yeah.
He is extremely brave, very dignified to step into such large shoes.
True.
And own it with grace.
Yeah.
I said this earlier also. Season 1 was Rishi's.
Yeah.
Season 2 started with Rishi, and then Tanuj came in.
Correct.
And took it. Season 3 is Tanuj's baby.
And it's very well done.
And it's very well done.
Yeah.
And you really need to be very brave to do what he did.
Wow.
Because I remember at that point of time, I'd heard this, I don't know, from the producers or who, and they said every director we'd approach, and some of the top directors, they'd be like, they were scared.
Yeah, what to do.
Because this is too big. And everyone was saying, we need time. There's no way in hell we are going on floor in 3 months. And we went on floor in 3 months.
Yeah. That was
it was like, I was like, and I love Rishi. You know, we had such a beautiful chemistry together and a relationship together. And it was just like, I was heartbroken, but I'm so proud of Tanuj. Really, I'm so proud.
How are their styles completely different, or are they like on the set when they're directing? Are they completely different?
No, they're as easy.
Okay,
they're both as easy. Of course, they have their own strengths. Rishi also had the advantage of 6 years of research, which Tanuj didn't have.
Didn't have that.
You know, both are very chill people, very chill. And with Rishi, after a point of time, it became like we wouldn't even need to talk to each other. We just know. You know, or I'd look at him and he'd be like, or, you know, after a take and he'd come to me and he'd be like, Chef. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, I got it. I remember there's a scene, you know, the interrogation scene that I threw that chappal on that guy. So I'm staring at that guy, okay? I'm staring at him because he's supposed to answer. It's my shot. I'm staring, and I'm still staring. After a point of time, I said, Rishi, what's going on? So he said, no, I was doing a staring match with you on the monitor. I was seeing who's going to blink first, you or me. But, and I really hope I get a chance to work with him again.
Wow.
Yeah, we always say that we have to work together. We create magic together.
You know, this is a character that he created, he made. Do you like his feedback? Do you ask him? Are you in touch with him? Do you?
I am in touch with him on and off. He, in fact, messaged me a couple of days before 3 was dropping and he said, all set, madam, sir. And I was like, Rishi, I am dying and I don't know what to do. And I think I'm going to fall flat on my face. He said, you never can. Even if you tried, you never can. Just breathe. Then immediately after it dropped and the reviews came out, and he sent a message saying, I told you.
The way you perform is incredible. What makes you think I'll fall flat on my face?
You know, Rohit, I had a very different, not very different, but when I approached season 3 now, she's come from a lot of baggage.
That's true, yeah.
She's been thrown out of her own city, her own station, from her family, from her team. In the name of promotion, they've punished her and sent her off into the wilderness. She finds this case and she comes back. Also, she's actually posted in Mizoram. But Vartika being Vartika, she is a DIG, she can pass orders, but she has gone to Silchar, driven all night, gone to Silchar because she wants to be there personally to get that weapons shipment.
Correct.
And then she finds these girls and it's heading to Delhi. So she knows she can call Bhupi or whoever and say, listen, start this checking groundwork for me already. And she has, I mean, honestly, I feel no matter where this truck was going with the girls, she would have gone there. But it was going back to her place. So when she comes to Delhi, she's not, nobody wants her to go and do this. But Vartika being Vartika has to do it. So she goes there, but when she also comes here, it's not her station anymore.
It's not her jurisdiction.
You know, her team embraces her, but it's not where she is the boss.
Wow.
And so she is carrying a lot of it. Which, the reason I was worried is because 1 and 2 had a certain sense of bravado. 3, I played her without any bravado. And it was very, like I wanted to, because now it's not about the medal or I did this or it's none of that. It's just, I have to do this, I have to get these girls. That's it. There's nothing more to it. So a performance like that can go completely south in terms of, see, you know, when you're doing a histrionically charged scene, it's always considered as great performance. You know, you're screaming, shouting, raving, ranting, you're crying, you have this whole...
Like your scene in Dil Dhadakne Do.
Any high intensity, high octane and high octave, emotional, intense mood. Here, she feels with equal intensity. It's just that she does not express it. She takes it inside and she channelizes it into just a single-minded focus of, I'm going to find these girls. That's it. There's nothing more to it. So this could have gone wrong.
My God, can't, exactly. Now that you're saying, I can imagine the stress that, you know, goes behind it.
Anyway, I freak out before, like I freak out.
After all these years?
Actually, I freak out only with DC, I feel.
Acha, only with DC,
Yeah, because other ones I was like, okay, theek hai. You know, I'm not the whole and soul of this thing. In DC, it just becomes, and also the bar has just risen.
Is high,
And Before I realized, Madam Sir became a thing.
Right.
So it was like, oh God, how do you go back into those shoes?
Yeah. Would you like to sit and talk to cops, or have you done that? Because this is a hero for them. Like she's a.
So the only time I got to do it was DC1.
Okay.
When I met Chaya ma'am, Chaya Sharma, who cracked Nirbhaya and Baby Falak. And I got to spend a couple of hours with her. We had coffee. I think just before we started shoot, she took me to meet her.
Okay.
And we were discussing stuff and she was telling me how it happens, what is the protocol, what was going on in her mind. We could not meet after that. She'd been very busy. I got into the shoot. But every single time I had a query or I had a doubt, I would text her and she would reply back. And she was very kind to indulge me. So I remember once there was this sequence I was doing where I meet a commissioner and I said, Rishi and we started discussing, when I salute and I take the hat off, where do I put it? Because there is a certain protocol you follow as a,
you don't just keep it anywhere.
You don't just keep it anywhere.
Correct.
You can't salute if you're not wearing the hat.
Okay.
It's all of that. So he said, okay, you text her, I'll text her. Let's see who gets a reply first. And I got that.
Oh, you got it first.
But I did, get to speak to her then. After it released, she called me and she said, everyone who's watched it said she's so like you.
Oh, wow. That's such a compliment.
That's such a compliment. And then during season 2, I wanted to see her again, but couldn't. But I haven't landed up meeting her.
Right.
And I really want to go and meet her just to thank her for who she is. She's a rock star.
True. Was this season and this topic a lot more personal because it's about women and it's about young girls?
For Vartika, every case is very personal. This was 30 times Nirbhaya. There were 30 girls who could have gone headed right in the same place. But that does not mean that was any lesser. It was, the urgency of both 1 and 3. In 1 there was those 6 days. If you don't, as much time passes, the lesser the chances of you being able to catch the culprit, criminal.
Correct.
And in this, it was like, if I lose those girls, if they get out of borders, I won't be able to get them back. So I don't think it was, for her, every case is personal.
Right. For you as an actor, as a woman playing it, these things make anyone angry. When I read it, it makes me angry. Anyone will get angry. But for you as an actor going into it, do you think like that or not?
Of course. I mean, but you correctly said, Rohit, I'm often asked that, how do you feel about it? And my answer is this, that I feel exactly how you feel about it.
Angry,
All of us feel angry, we feel helpless. Luckily, Vartika has the power to do something about it.
Yeah, so true.
But of course there is anger, of course there is hate, there is pain when you see stuff like this. I remember when, season 3 ka case was being discussed. So Tanuj once met me. He said, Chef, I want to come and meet you. I said, yeah, sure. He came home and we were sitting and chatting. And he said, Chef, there are these 2 cases. And we are all contemplating it. Netflix, producers, me. He said, if you had to make a choice, which one would you choose out of these 2?
Oh.
And I said, it would be the Baby Falak case. Without any question. And finally, we landed up doing that.
Right.
But of course, it affects us deeply. And honestly, I don't want to be affected any lesser because I would not be able to do what I do. Or feel with as much intensity. Or people wouldn't feel that intensity coming from me if I didn't feel it myself.
True. When this drops, if it's dropping in the morning or afternoon, whatever, what is your night like? You seem to be the person who gets stressed.
I get very stressed. So, season 1, when it dropped, we were in La La Land because we made a show we loved. We had no clue where it was going to go, who's going to watch it, nothing. Netflix was not on board.
Expectation ही नहीं थी.
कुछ expectation नहीं थी. बस ये पता था. When I saw the show, one is when I did it, all of us were like, whoa, this is something very special. And when I saw it, I was blown. I was like, you are kidding. And I remember I was in London. Rishi stays in London. And he had, Vipul was shooting and I had gone to London and whatever. So he met me. He said, Chef, I'll show it to you on my laptop. I said, okay. So I sat in the hotel room and I watched it. And after it got over, he said, and I said, just give me some time. And I went down I just walked a little bit and came back, and I was like, what is this?
All of it you saw?
Yeah. Wow. And I was like, what? Because the first 3 episodes I'd seen at the Sundance.
Correct.
And I was like, what is this? Yeah. This is sheer magic. But there was no expectation. I didn't know where the show was going to go. Netflix acquired it later.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, it wasn't made for them. So I had no clue kahan jayega, kya hoga, kaun dekhega, kuch nahi. When season 2 happened, the pressure of 1 was so high.
Yeah.
So I'd had a sleeping pill the night before. I said, I'm not going to wake up until 2 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Why?
My phone, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to know anything until there's something good to you.
Yeah.
So I said, as far as I can avoid it, it's great.
Right.
I went to sleep. I woke up at some point of time and I switched on my phone and all the messages and reviews were like duck, 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 duck. And I remember weeping like a baby. And I'm trying to call Tanuj. He's also hiding under a rock somewhere.
Sleeping pill.
He's not taking my call. Then there was this girl in Netflix. She was handling the PR, Neha. She's also a friend.
Yes.
And I called her because there was nobody else to talk to. So I called her. She was in a meeting in Netflix with the entire gang of women. And she was like, is Chef on video call? And she's bawling. I was like, we did it.
Yeah.
Season 3, again, I was petrified. I told my team, I said, whatever work we have now, whatever work, anything, sub is din pe rakha. Sub.
Released.
Achha, first I thought it's going to drop at 12 in the night. It didn't drop. So I was like, what is... Then it was 1:30 in the afternoon. I was doing an interview and this gentleman who was on the Zoom, he said, and it's 5 minutes for your show to drop.
Oh my God.
I started choking and I was like, okay. And I'm looking at Riya like, has it? What is the reaction? What is happening? She's like, Riya being Riya. Then that interview gets over and I had to come here. So I was like, tell me. She said, I'll tell you, but not right now. The other people are waiting. So Medha, she was walking with me from that cabin to here. And she started saying, okay, I'll tell you a couple. So she started reading 1, 2, 3. And I've stood outside here weeping like howling.
Wow.
I get so deeply affected. And it's just relief.
It's just relief.
It's just relief that, because the pressure with this one is very big.
Right.
It's very big. Right. And then they say the fulcrum is Vartika. She's the center. She's the soul of the...
True.
If that soul goes haywire, I can't imagine what I would do to something so precious.
Right. But this is also a great sign of an actor who clearly shows that this person has the fire and wants it to work. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember ever in my career being so scared or worried. Of course, you do a film or you do anything and you want to be loved or whatever. But not to this extent. Also because I feel nothing was running on my shoulders. So it didn't matter.
No, there are so many good and important roles that you've done. Even the Dil Dhadakne Do one was good. There's Kasturba Gandhi where you played. That was a really solid one because that was about Gandhi and Kasturba Gandhi. Then there was Satya. Again, it's a very important role. So it's kabhi ऐसा नहीं था
सत्या तो I was मतलब
going with the flow,
कर रहे हो रहे हो गया रिलीज हो गया अच्छा लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है very good it was like that later on I realized oh my god what is this thing that I was a part of it's a cult I was very young when I did Satya I was like around 20 I did not have even Monsoon Wedding. I knew it was something very special, but I did not know that this is going to be one of those cult films which are going to be forever.
Right.
The other stuff, yes, you want to be liked, but it's not on me.
Correct.
So I was like, there are lots of people in this film. I don't carry the weight of this project with me. The only time I used to get stressed, or I still do, is when Vipul's film is going to release. That is when I get it's that because that's going to affect all of us and it's going to affect every single person who works here and everyone who's put their faith and hard work into this man. So that is when I pass.
Does he also get stressed? He's calm and that's what I was thinking.
He's like, it's okay. I have the same conversation with him every single time the night before the film is going to drop. Whatever it is, whatever happens tomorrow, you did this with all your heart and soul.
Yeah,
so
true.
whatever happens tomorrow, it's. But he's a very realistic man.
Yeah,
he's a very realistic man. I remember when Namaste England released.
Namaste England, right?
And I was on Friday it released, and then I was like, so has it? He's finally on Saturday he said, "Beta, film chali gayi, bhul jao."
Wow, that
He's
how does he?
Because we knew, I mean, he knows, he understands numbers.
business,
I don't, but I was still like, no, maybe. He doesn't. He's like, no, it's gone. Forget about it.
Was he always like that? By nature, he's like that, or
yes, he's this
calm.
Yes, calm Buddha man.
So between he's the calm one. You're the
I'm the fireworks. Hyper one. Not hyper. I like to call myself fireworks.
Fireworks, right? Then there's also you go and do a 3 of Us, which is very different. No, say kya expectations? See, because वो set पे everything is slow, less noise.
I didn't know what was going to happen about it.
Okay.
I had no big expectations that this film can work on the big screen, but I was just so proud of being a part of it. And what an experience! Like you correctly said, it's so fluid. The film, it's so fluid, and it released and it went away. Barely anybody saw it. There were hardly any shows also. And then when it came on OTT, it just blew. And it was, I think, close to the end of December. And suddenly it was touted as one of the best films of the year.
It was.
I remember somebody telling me, "Matlab, ye to dadagiri hui. You'll come right in the end of the year, and then just like you're the best film of the year." But it was that, and it was just so beautiful.
It was beautiful. The scenes between you and Jaideep, they are just talking, just two people talking. It's amazing.
It's so fluid. It was, it suddenly made you breathe calmer. Like when you're watching that film, your whole breathing pattern kind of, it's so calming, that film. And there is nothing sad about it.
It's,
that's the first thing when Avinash and me spoke, and we said, yes, it is about her slipping into dementia, and she's not going to remember anything. But it's not a sad film.
In a performance like that, where two of y'all are talking, since we don't come on the sets anymore, what is that set like? Is it a chaos behind the camera, or is it just two of you?
No, Avinash's set is very
calm.
Very calm.
That's how that magic
and
happens.
He's very fast.
He's
very, very fast.
Oh, wow.
Very fast.
Wow.
And of course, he's a magnificent DOP. It used to be a very hectic, not hectic, a very strenuous shoot, because we were living in a small village called Bengurla in Konkan.
Okay.
And there were no hotels or anything like that. So, there was like a gated community with chota cottages. So there was one that I was sharing with my makeup artist, who's a very dear friend. And there was one which was shared by my assistant and the hair, who again are very dear to me. And Vese. So, they would send a tiffin or we'd wash our own clothes, whatever. But every location was 1.5, 2 hours away.
Right.
And he wanted to catch the morning light at 6 o'clock or 5:45 and stuff. So we would wake up at 3, drive wherever, get ready, do the day ka shoot. Afternoons would be ridiculously hot. So he would move indoors in the afternoons. We'd shoot outdoor till a point of time. After 12, we'd move indoors. And then again in the evening after 5, we would move outdoor. And then again, and then once we wrap, drive all the back, come back, shower. Before you've closed your eyes, you've got to wake up and, so it used to be a very strenuous shoot, but it was just lovely.
That's why you're a director's actor. But the thing is, I want to ask you, how come you never got corrupted by the systems around? Because I don't know many actors who will share their room with the staff and who will be okay. First, the stress for producer directors to set up 5-star rooms for them and give everyone their own room. How come you never?
So one is that my team, they are very dear to me.
Family,
like Palu and Sandy are one of my closest friends. And Raj is very dear, who's there on set all the time. So this is a very, very dear team to me.
Correct.
And we had cottages. And it just, why would I want to live alone when I can live with my friends? I don't want to live alone. So it was like Palu and me were in one, Raj and Sandy were in one. All the cooking would happen in my cottage. Because then in between, if one day I think we had some I had a gap of some 1.5 hours. He said, chal, let's go to the market. Just around wherever we were. We went, bought fish, bought vegetables, came back home. Every day after shoot, we'd come back. Not every day, but a lot of days we'd come back and I'd cook or Pallu would cook. Or it was just like a big thing. And I would not have survived that shoot if it wasn't for them.
Right.
You know, because they were all there, it became a fun experience. Otherwise, you're living in some godforsaken place alone in this one Bhutanath Haveli, like not even Haveli, one little cottage.
Right.
It's no fun.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Actors, jo mangenge, unko mil jayega end of the day. Ki actor
but 5-star hotel tha hi nahi. And sadly, I'm not still 7-star actor. Na, nahi to fir they would have built a hotel for me.
That's not true. A lot of us won't agree to that. You know, what would, if you were to go back, you know, you said when Satya released, you were in your 20s and all. If there's something to learn from that, Shefali, what would you like to keep and hold that she had?
In a way, I like that she didn't. She had no clue what was going on.
That's good just, sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
she was just going with the flow. I'm not saying that she had no clue what she was doing on screen, but there was no, she was not aware of whether, how do I put it? She wasn't still aware that I am not ever going to be a lead or I will be reduced to playing side parts or all of that. I was not aware of that. Like today, I'm aware of it. So today, I mean, I'm saying after DC, everything has changed.
Yes.
But before DC, you know, there were years when I realized that, okay, people say I'm good, but it's not translating into work. Not the kind of work I want to do. So it's very depressing.
Right.
And after DC, it is that, you know, you're constantly trying to struggle to maintain that level of not just performance, but also relatability. Today's audience, I mean, if I don't work for the Gen Z as much as I work for people who've seen me over years, I'm going to be very outdated and very soon. So one of the things I feel very proud of is that, you know, when they sit and do this demographic analysis and all that, that people who follow me and like me are from the age of 20 to 25 till 60, 65.
That's amazing.
Which is amazing.
Which is amazing.
Just like, and there are almost 50-50 men and women. I was like, arey, perfect, aur kya chahiye?
If we talk about Satya also, that was the lead role. You know, and then again, if we talk about Gandhi film also, that was also the lead role. So when you say, ki, you know, you were not happy with the work that was coming, what did you want?
No, these were the things I was happy with and I said yes to. But besides
After that,
there wasn't much. I would have wanted to work 365 days a year, but that didn't happen. A film would come probably once a year, once in 2 years, and I'd just be waiting. It's not that I didn't get offered work, but I didn't get offered something that was so exciting. You know,
right? And
Satya wasn't a lead. I mean, it's a 7-minute role. See, it went out to become what it went out to become. But let's be honest, it also, you know, nobody expected that over Satya, Bhikhu Matra is going to become the hero of the film.
Right.
You know, so all of that. But did I get enough due through the time?
Over
no.
the year? You don't think so?
No, I didn't. I would get the love and appreciation.
Yeah, every time you came. Yeah.
But did it ever translate to, you know what, we are going to bank this thing on you?
Abhi ho raha hai, Delhi crime. Right. But you know, when you take a film like Dil Dhadakne Do, which has Ranveer and all this, but that scene of yours is talked about. Like, you know, for many of us, we just remember that scene, the way you did it, and also it's also important what an actor adds to the story.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I'm not going to be modest about that. But, you know, I've said this in my interviews earlier, that moment belonged to the director. On paper, I enjoyed the script while I was reading it. I was like, okay, she's there, she's not, I mean, whatever. There's this one line and she stuffs her face with cake. That's it. After that moment. And I was like, I have to do this film.
Wow.
And that moment was on paper. I'm not trying to fish for compliments or I'm not undermining what I did for it. But any actor who had played this moment, in whatever way, the magnitude of the love or memory of this scene would vary. But there was no way this moment couldn't work.
That is so incredible because, I mean, though it is one line, that's the way you perform, for many of us will stay.
And, you know, I remember when after the, I think, trial or something, and I remember Javed Saab and Rima and Zoya telling me that, you know, it was the weakest written role on paper.
Wow, they said like that. Like,
I said, really? I didn't feel so.
Hmm.
I thought it was the best role after Pluto, the dog. But I wasn't good enough to play Pluto.
Right.
So they did not let me play it.
Right. What do you like watching? Whose work do you like? Who you think is...
I like watching everything.
You watch everything?
I watch everything.
Theatre mein bhi, OTT mein bhi?
Ha.
Okay.
Vipul and me very religiously. Sometimes we do like 3 films, marathon and stuff like that. Recently only we did. We saw Jolly LLB and then we saw some other 2 films back to back. One full day we finished 3 films back to back. But the one, I've seen a lot of stuff recently also, but actually not a lot because we've been traveling a lot. But there's one project, one show that inspired me more than anything has in the recent times is Adolescence.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is what I want to do. This is the kind of work. So I saw it. I saw it again when Vipul saw it. And then I got obsessed with the reels of the making of the show. And all the interviews. And I was like, whoa, what is this?
Wow.
Like, this is magnificent.
Yeah. It's really a show that came and then you discuss it with your friends and family.
And also as a student of cinema, as an actor, as somebody from the field, it's like, whoa, how did they shoot this? How, you know, there's this moment, right? I read in his interview, when the cops come up to catch him, the first sequence, when they come into the room to catch him, and he's sitting like this against the wall, and in the wall there is a rip on the wallpaper, and it's in the shape of a dagger. It's the shape of a knife.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa,
see the details.
what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just, I loved it. Loved it.
Right. I'm only saying that because I recently, just 2 days ago, we interviewed Jackie Shroff and I asked him the same question कि आपको कभी किस industry ने बिगाड़ा नहीं, आप बिगड़े नहीं. Because look at him, he talks the way he is, he dresses the way he is. He's like, मैं शुरू से ऐसा हूँ. He said, I just don't forget where I came from. Is it the same for you and a lot of other people? Ki you always remember where we started. If we all remember that, I don't think anything can spoil us.
You know, one is though, I don't take myself too seriously. I take my work seriously.
Right.
I take my relationship seriously. I take what I do seriously. I don't give so much importance to myself. Secondly, it's too much effort. It's just too much effort. Of trying to look good, trying to fit in, say the right thing, be seen at the right place. It's too much effort.
Right.
I can't do it.
Yeah. But the systems made in the industry are like that. You have to have agencies, you have to have someone telling you, ye karo, be seen.
In the last, what do you say? I didn't have an agent until 9 years ago. Never.
So who was guiding?
I was doing my own thing. People came, offered me stuff. I would do it, and then I would feel bad. कि अरे मुझे और काम क्यों नहीं मिला? I never approached anyone, which I'm not probably proud of right now. But so I never had anyone.
Right.
Then I had an agent. Now I have someone who handles my work. Like she's only with me.
Right.
And I realized that see, there can be a good and a bad to a thing, right? If you exploit it and you go really over the top with it, obviously you're going to be considered stupid and difficult and what is wrong with you. But you do need people who protect you very fiercely.
100%,
And particularly for someone like me, I'm like, हाँ चलो हो रहा है, नहीं है जगह रहने के लिए ठीक, नहीं है तो okay fine, okay, you're making me work 24 hours, fine. It's like that. So I need someone who's like,
there has to be a line, correct? No one exploiting you, right?
Like just calm down. But besides that, I love what I do. And that's the beginning and the end of it.
Right.
It's really not the paraphernalia that comes with it.
But nobody should make you work 24 hours also. There has to be a bad cop who says...
Exactly. And I'm so glad. Recently, until she joined, I didn't realize what a manager does. मतलब मुझे मालूम ही नहीं था. Because see, what happens is work normally comes directly to me. A director or whoever is going to reach out to me directly. I was thinking, what? And I also used to feel, what managers and go, what are they hanging around on the set? And I realized what she's doing because she's putting out fires all the time. Where I'm not fighting for, अरे यार, खाना नहीं आया है, and you want me on set, right? Or like, guys, there is no water. They're like basics. I'm telling you, when I was going to do some project recently, And Vipul told her, he said, listen, she will end up being on the set for 16 hours. It's your responsibility to get her out.
Yeah. And yeah.
So I'm glad I have someone who's very ferociously protective about it.
Right. Then there will be also people who will tell you ki ye reel bana do, you know, you want a Gen Z audience, do this reel. Will you do it like just for the views and just?
I will only do what I'm comfortable with and what I believe in.
Yeah, that's the most important.
But even when you see my social media, I won't do anything that I am not comfortable with.
Right.
I will not do, I can only put these many portfolio pictures. Usse zyada mere paas nahi. I will write what I want to write.
Right.
I will say what I want to say. Because, and only then can I enjoy this.
True.
Otherwise, it's going to become a chore. Like, you know, so their team, they have the social media department. That also I didn't have anybody. First, I joined the bandwagon only much later. And I said, Acha, ye kaise karte hain? Half of the times, like even today, suddenly they'll call and say, Chef, did you want to reshare this? Or did you want to like... I said, no. Okay, you have. So I said, oh, I must have pressed some wrong button. Just like figure what you have to do to it. But I am so particular about this word means this word.
Right.
This is what I have written. It will go like this. You know, don't give me... It has to be my voice.
Right. Post Delhi Crime, where will we see you next?
So Hisab, which I shot with Vipul, he's directed it. It's a bank heist. It's a very witty film.
Okay.
Very, very witty film. There's Jaideep. There is Abhishek Banerjee. There is Rishi Srivastava. There are a lovely
Great
ensemble
actors,
cast. Fab ensemble cast. Then I did, so that should release sometime early next year.
Okay.
And then I did a film that I shot for. They don't still have a title. So, and it's probably one of the most wacko, cuckoo characters I have played, and I had such a blast.
Wow. Okay.
It's a first-time director. I had such a blast. I'm waiting for that.
Super, great. Such a lovely conversation. Really enjoyed chatting. And you know, because we and the viewers also see you on screen, it's great to see this side, the person behind Vartika. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Shefali Shah, and you're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.